Smoking Cut Audio.
All right, good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Asphalt Outlaws Racing League. And tonight we have a special race for you. It's going to be Texas Motor Speedway, one of my favorite tracks. Maybe special to me because it's one of my favorites. But tonight we have, the points are up on the board, and it's going to be Haas Beverly. He is going to be in that number one spot. He wanted to get those bragging rights out of the way for this week, as he might fall down in the points as from what he said. But hopefully that won't be the case. Hopefully he can hold on to that number one spot. You got Bill Hales. He's going to be right there in second. Mark Beverly is going to be sitting in third. Jesse Wise in fourth. Fifth is going to be Tyler Beverly. We got Higgins going to be sitting right there in sixth. You got Yakes right there in seventh. We got Jody Banfield in eighth. Ninth is going to be Mr. Eric. And 10th is going to be Michael Miller. Right outside the top 10 is going to be Clinton Woodby, and Evan Schilling is going to be sitting in 12th. Nick Lawrence is going to be sitting in 13th. Dylan Pass is going to be sitting 14th. 15th is going to be Mike Wood, and right above the cutoff line is going to be Rick LePage. Everybody is out there on the track qualifying at this minute, and we got just a few minutes, so let's go ahead and take a look at our sponsors. And our first one is going to be Sonic Graphic Design. All right, still waiting on everybody to get out there. Maybe SDK is giving me a problem, so let me go ahead and just restart that real quick and see if it'll redo itself. All right, got Charles Shaka out there on the track trying to put in his fast lap. Let's go ahead and take a look and see how he is making out in that number 23, SpongeBob Ford Mustang. Got Patrick all over the passenger side, and there is SpongeBob right there on the driver's side. Nice looking car that is. If you are a Nickelodeon fan. Scalino out there on the track. And And give me 1 second, folks. SDK is wanting to give me a problem, but that's all right. We got a quick fix for that. But while we are waiting for SDK to pull up, and we're going to take a look at our driver views, and first is going to be Tyler Beverly. He is going to be up in there in that top left corner. You got Jesse Wise. He is going to be in the bottom right. And we had somebody that was sharing their screen. I don't know exactly where it went. Maybe it's still there. Maybe we can get it to pull back up. And let's see if we can get it to pull up. Well, for some reason, it does not want to pull up. They may have closed out their screen. That may be the reason why. So some of these drivers may have some issues with the screen share, but that's okay. We'll try to get it worked out. Appreciate them trying to share anyway. Looks like we don't have very long left in qualifying. They will be getting gridded up in just a few minutes, but we do have a couple of driver cams out there, and that's going to be Jesse Wise and Taylor Beverly, and I will be tuning in to a Mr. Driver. So we'll go to our iRacing screen as everybody is getting loaded up, ready to go. There you see they're sitting on pit road. We'll see what the qualifying is going to be. Scalino is gonna be sitting 11th. Let me go back to. All right, Charles Van is going to be sitting right there on the pole. It looks like Eric Hedgdahl is going to be sitting in second. Schilling is going to be sitting third. Banfield is going to be sitting fourth. Beverly is going to be sitting in fifth. Joe Yakes is going to be sitting in sixth. Jody Banfield is going to be sitting in seventh. Nicholas Lawrence in eighth. Ninth is going to be Bill Hales. 10th is going to be Clinton Woodby. John Scalio is going to be sitting in 11th. Mike Woods in 12th. Dougie Higgins is going to be sitting in 13th. Dylan Pass is going to be sitting 14th. Jesse Calloway is going to be sitting 15th. Hoss Beverly going to be sitting 16th. Roger Strickland is going to be sitting in starting in 17th. Michael Miller is going to be starting in 18th, and 19th is going to be Keith Prince. David Taylor is going to be starting in 21st. 22nd is going to be Michael Newman. Tyler Puckett is going to be starting 23rd. And Jesse Wise is going to be starting 24th. Rick LePage is going to be starting 25th. Taylor Beverly is going to be starting 26th. Lance Thompson is going to be starting 27th. And 28th is going to be Jonathan Herbert. So, really good field here tonight. Really good field. You can't be mad at that. That is going to be that is an awesome feeling to have 28 drivers out there on the track all at the same time. Trying to get the SDK to work up on this page right here. Just give me 1 second. I'm going to try it one more time. Paste in. Let's see if it'll come up. And there it is. Yay, we do have it. And we'll get rid of this screen and hide that. And it looks like we're getting ready to go green. And it looks like Shaq is getting ready to take the green flag.
Green flag, green flag.
And our green flag is out, and our green flag is presented by the Winning Bid Diecast Auction, proud sponsor of the Asphalt Outlaws Racing. Gotta make sure my sound is up. There it is, and it looks like that 23 has a really good lead coming out of turn number 2, but he's got a little bit of company, and that's going to be the Ford and 11. The Ford and 11 are going to be fighting side by side as that Ford is going to take that high line, and he looks like he's going to have a little bit of a run, but he's going to get a little bit loose, and he's going to have to try to collect it. And Jody Banfield is going to be around. He is going to collect the 98 High Point Ford Mustang. Oh, and he's going to take a big smack in the driver door also. So that's going to bring our first yellow out here at lap number 1. So 2 cars did get kind of loose coming into turn number 3, and they just were not able to hold on to it. 10 viewers out there on the track or out there in the chat will thank you for stopping by and spending your evening with me. But we're going to go back and take a look and see what happened to that 18. 18 just broke loose. Not quite out of turn number 4 yet, and that High Point 98, he is going to be right there, and that is going to be Jody Banfield. He is going to have nowhere to go, so he is going to spin that number 18 right on around. But not a lot of damage, looks like, to that number 18 machine, but he is going to take a little bit of a side swipe on the driver door, and it looks like it's going to be that winning bid die-cast machine, and he is going to take a little bit of right side damage also. Everybody else making evasive maneuvers, and they did pretty good. Ooh, it looks like, who is that back here? That is going to be, trying to figure out who that was. That 69 has got a lot of damage on it, and that's going to be Jesse Wise. That's going to be the Coolers machine of Jesse Wise. So he's missing a front bumper. But we are going to be under our first caution of the evening, and everybody's going to go in and try to get some repairs done. That 23 is still going to be out there leading this thing. We got 115 laps here tonight. And I'll show you the race info. The race info is going to be 115 laps. So we're going to see a stage break at lap number 40. About 70% of fuel, 4 sets of tires. And I did hear in the practice session that they do have enough to make it to the stage break, so we know they have over 40 laps of fuel in these cars here tonight. Excuse me. Well, we are under caution as of right now, and our caution flag is presented by Sonic's Graphics Design. That is a proud sponsor of the Asphalt Outlaws Racing. Well, being under caution is not a bad thing. They can really see what these cars are going to do in the opening laps right there, you know, after they take new tires. So we know that when you got those new tires, they are going to be loose right off the bat. So these drivers have to be easy. Looks like Mark Beverly, he is going to be up 2 positions. He's going to be restarting in 3rd. A couple big movers as of right now is going to be Tyler Puckett. He is going to be up to the 12th position, up 10 spots from where he started. Jesse Wise in that number 69 decided not to pit in his so he's decided not to take a front bumper. Tyler Beverly is going to be also up 10 positions in the 15th spot, and Lance Thompson, he is going to be up 10 positions also. All those evasive maneuvers got him up there, up quite a few positions. Hoss Beverly, he is going to be up 5 positions, and you got the number 77 of Michael Miller in that Hardee's Toyota Supra. He is going to be up 8 positions. So a few big movers. Dougie Higgins, he is going to be up 5 positions. So a few big movers out there on the track so far. Looks like we are probably getting ready to get double file once again and go back green flag racing this time by. It looks like the 23 is going to take the low lane there. That pace truck light, the lights are off, so we will see that pace truck dive off this time by. 55 miles an hour is going to be their pace speed. I do believe pit speed is going to be 45 miles an hour here in Texas, so hopefully we won't see anybody have any trouble. If we do get those green flag runs, maybe we will see some pit strategy fall into play. A lot of Sonic graphic design cars out here on the track. Those are really nice paint schemes. They do some really good work. Hopefully you caught the ad right there before the green flag and saw some of the good work that they do over there at Sonic Graphic Designs. All right, Pace Trucking is about to dive off, and we are getting ready to go back. Green flag racing, and here comes
Green flag, green flag.
the green flag. Green flag is out, and once again, our green flag is presented by the Winning Bid Diecast Auctions. Once again, proud sponsor of Asphalt Outlaws Racing. Well, green flag being out, and look at that 23. He jumped out to a big lead, and don't pay attention to that ticker because it says he's in the pits, but he is definitely not. And we got a side-by-side battle, and that is going to be Banfield and Hegdahl. Hegdahl is going to be up on that top side. We saw him get a little bit loose the last time that he came into turn number 3, and now he has got that car nice and tuned in as he is still got that second position. I'm sorry, Banfield got loose, but he is working that high side, and he is definitely got that car tuned in. So he is going to work his way up to the second position and put the 11 in his rear view mirror. And here is going to be that gap. He got 13 still working right there behind him. Track map up so you can see where everybody is at. Here they come through the tri-oval. And we're going to go to TV1 as the 11 still has that 13 all over the back bumper. So it looks like the 13 is just a little bit better coming out of the turns. But the 11 is taking the line away from him, so he's not able to get there. But Texas is a little bit of, you can use a little bit of draft. And that's what these guys are doing is, pretty much staying in line. They don't want that leader to get out too far as here they come to the start-finish line, and that 23 is going to be out leading this by 1 second now. So Texas is known for his green flag laps. Here at lap number 9, he has already broken out to a 1 second lead over the 4 of Danny Banfield. And got Eric Hegdahl right there behind that number 4 machine. He is going to be running third. He's going to be down 1 position from where he started. Mark Beverly, he is going to be up 1 position in that fourth spot. You got Joe Yakes. He is going to be right there in that 87 Chevrolet Camaro, and he is going to be riding around in 5th. Sitting in 6th, up 7 positions, is going to be Dougie Higgins. He is got a little bit of gap between him and the 34 and 53, so he doesn't have a lot of challenge, but he's got some challenge coming up in his rearview mirror. And Jesse Calloway, he has got a little bit of challenge from the 53, but he was able to overtake the 53 and take over that 7th position. Now he is going to be up 8 positions from where he started. Bill Hales, he is going to be in that 53 machine. He is up 1 position. It's very interesting. We have all 3 manufacturers in the top 5. We got 2 Fords up, running 1 and 2. And then you have the Lonely Toyota in the top 5. And all Chevrolets right behind that Lonely Toyota all the way back to 9th, which is going to be Michael Miller in that Hardee's number 77. He is trying to get around that 53 of Bill Hales. Not able to get there as of yet, but still a lot of racing left to go. Nicholas Lawrence in that number 8, he is making a run down the backstretch, and he is trying to catch the draft of that 77 of Michael Miller, and he is looks like he is just taking it easy here. He's not really pushing his car too much. Texas can be a tire killer, so we will see these tires wear off. GT500 Cobra out there in the chat. Appreciate you stopping by there, Grant. And we are got another caution, and that is going to be, who is that going to be? It looks like the 18 is going to be in trouble once again, and that is going to be Evan Schilling. He is going to be, a lot of damage to that race car. We're going to go back and take a look and see what happened to Evan Schilling. So it looks like it happened right there in front of him. So we are going to back it up just a little bit. And, oops, wrong button. And it looks like it started with the 1. 1 was really slow. 18 had really nowhere to go. So let's go find the 1. And maybe somebody has their car. We'll just follow along on his rear chase cam. So it looks like the 1 got into the 69, had to make an evasive maneuver. And that is going to be Strickland, Roger Strickland. And he has got the 1, but he is listed on the ticker as the 19. So definitely got a number switch up. That's why it took me a second to really figure out what car that was. So that is going to be Roger Strickland. He got into the back end of the 69. 69 was slower than everybody else, and he caused a stack up, and that's what brought out the caution. So, second caution of the night. Are we going to see these cars come down pit road? Yes, we are. We got quite a few in the pits. And while we are under caution, we'll go ahead and take a look at our sponsors. All right, some nice looking paint schemes that they have put together, and here is going to be one of them on the 13 of Mark Beverly, the Stars and Stripes. I gotta love that car. Looking from our chopper cam, it looks like we are probably have about 2 laps, or we should be going back green in about 2 laps. So about lap 18, we'll be going back green. Still got a lot of racing left to go. And so far, our biggest mover is going to be Tyler Beverly. And let's go to his driver view and see if we can see what he is seeing out of his front windshield. Like I said, we did have 3 driver views, but 1 did drop out, so I'm very, very sorry about that. And I will, once we get back green flag racing, when we go to the driver views, I will kick over to a mystery driver, and never know who it's going to be. All right, 2 by 2 as far as the eye can see, we are lined up. Pace truck lights are off, and we are getting ready to go back green with Jack starting on the inside, and you have Banfield starting on the outside in that number 4 machine. Beverly, he is going to be starting on the inside in row number 2. And you got Hegdahl. He is going to be starting in fourth outside on that second row. Here they come into turn number 3, getting ready to go back to green flag racing here at lap number 18. We'll see the stage break come out at lap number 40, so let's see if we can get some green flag racing in. Kind of interested to see if the 69 winning got a bumper. I do believe he did, but no time for that. We are getting ready to hit the Geico restart zone and go green flag racing. Once again, our green flag is presented by the Winning Bid Diecast Auctions, proud sponsor of the Asphalt Outlaws Racing Series. But green flag is out in 23. Got a pretty darn good jump like he did on the last restarts. He did not jump out as far as he wanted to, as he has got Bedfield. He was going to be about 1.2 seconds back, or 0.12 seconds back from the lead, and it looks like Mark Beverly, he is trying to close that gap. He is falling back to about 0.4 of a second, and then you got Hegdahl. He is about 0.4 of a second back from Beverly, but you got Yakes right there. He is going to be in the mix of this little pack here, and he is really good coming into turn number 1 and out of turn number 2. It looks like that 11 is going to really ride that white line. And he got a heck of a run coming off of turn number 2, but it looks like Yakes is going to be right there trying to stay within about 0.2 of a second from that 11. You got Higgins right there. He has got a little bit of a battle from. He has got a little bit of pressure to Yakes coming out of turn number 4, or excuse me, turn number 2. But he was not able to get there as they were coming into turn number 3. Look at the 41. Look at the run he has coming into the corner out of turn number 4. He is going to be all over the back bumper as soon as we hit the tri-oval. He may be able to take this position away as they cross the start-finish line. He was right there within striking distance, but he could not get the best of an entrance coming out into turn number 1. Out of turn number 2, he is going to have a nice little run. He is going to tuck up behind the 87. He is going to have that draft, but let's go back through the field and see if we can see this battle right here, and that's going to be the 34 and the 53. That is going to be Hales, and that is going to be Callaway. Callaway going to be on the outside. Hale's going to be on the inside, and they are going to be side by side as they come out of turn number 4, crossing the start-finish line. It looks like if this was the last lap, that would have been a photo finish because they were pretty much door to door, and that low lane is going to prevail, and the 53 is going to be able to take over that position. Looks like Callaway is going to be falling back into the 8th position. And it looks like the 77 is going to try, as those two were battling outside by side, he did close the door just a little bit, and he made up a little bit of ground, but he is still not within striking distance of that number 34 of Callaway. We'll go back through the field. Will has got a little bit of a challenge from the 8, but not close enough to actually fight for the position as of yet, but he does have a little bit of run coming through the tri-oval. He loses a little bit of ground as the 17 is a little bit better going into turn number 1, but coming out of turn number 2, look at the run that the 8 has coming out of turn number 2, and he might be able to make the pass if he can get there by turn number 4. Once again, the 7 has the 17 has a little bit better entrance into turn number 3, but out of turn number 4, it looks like it's going to be all that 17 machine, and he made up a little bit of ground on the 77. Let's go back through the field even farther, see if we can find any more battles. You got Hoss Beverly. That was our last week winner, and he had the bragging rights all week, but can he carry those bragging rights through this week and get another win? 92 of Clint Woodby, he is going to be right there trying to take over a position from that 22 of Hoss Beverly. Not going to be able to get there coming out of turn number 4, because the 22 did have a good run coming off of turn number 4 through the tri-oval, and it looks like the 22 created a little bit of distance between him and the 92 of Clint Woodby. Looks like Mike Wood has a little bit of challenge from the 29, but it looks like the 29 was the biggest loser coming out of turn number 2, and he is going to be bypassed by the 45 of Tyler Beverly. Tyler Beverly has a pretty good run in turn number 3. He's going to still be on that low line. 29 gets a little bit of run on the high line, coming through the tri-oval, past the start-finish line. It is going to be to 29. There he goes up towards the top of the track, and he is going to get a good entrance into turn number 1, but here comes that 45. He's going to get a better run coming out of turn number 2, and here comes the 88. They're going to be 3 wide for a second, and they get it all straightened out. They're going to be 2 wide. Here comes the 88. He is going to take over the positions. He is going to be up 11 positions as they get to turn number 3 and out of turn number 4, but the 29 is not done yet, and let's see who else is going to be in this battling, and it's going to be pretty much fizzled out as the 69 has the, looks like, who has he got right there? He's got the 33 on his inside, and the 33 is going to be, that's going to be Scalia. Ooh, the 18 is going to be on the apron. He's going to be out of shape just a little bit, and let's see if we can, that's going to be Evan Schillings. He is going to be right there with the 69. 21 is going to be right there along with him. That's going to be Lance Thompson. Lance Thompson has got his mirror full of the 29. 29 lost in quite a few positions, and here the 29 is going to look to the middle lane, but he's going to have the 9 right there, and that's going to be Tyler Puckett. He's going to look down low, and Tyler Puckett looks like he has a little bit of damage to the rear end of that car, and yes, he does, so that's going to be affecting the handling just a little bit, and he is going to be falling back. Tyler Puckett, he is going to be riding in the 21st position, up 1 spot from where he started. Jonathan Herbert in that number 88, we talked about him earlier. He did make a pass on a few cars in one turn, and he is going to be up 11 positions. So right now, that 88 machine is going to be the biggest mover of the race. 17 viewers out there in the chat. We appreciate y'all stopping by. So far, it's been a pretty darn good race, and sorry, I just realized that the sound was not on. So we did get that right back on for you. But while we got a little bit of green flag racing, let's go ahead and crank this bad boy up and see if we can get a few laps in and hear that horsepower before the stage break. And that was a great little battle between the 17 and the 12 of Michael Newman, and it looks like the 17 was going to be the biggest loser of that, and that's going to allow Michael Miller to really catch up because they may have used up their tires. They got about 5 laps left until they see the stage break, so they want to make up as many positions as they can. But Michael Newman is also going to be tied with the biggest mover of the race. He is going to be up 12 positions, running in 9th. That 12 is looking nice out there on the track, and he is looking to take a few more positions away as Jesse Calloway. He is going to look to the bottom of the track, and he is going to try to take that position away from, and it looks like, who was that on the top of the track? That's going to be the 41. The 41, that's going to be Dougie Higgins. Dougie Higgins was up there racing for some positions, but it looks like he may have used up what he had before quite a few laps ago, and now he is starting to move the wrong direction. So we'll have to keep an eye on that 41. But that was a really great battle between those guys, and they passed it with clean intentions. Up here towards the front is going to be Eric. He's in this number 11. He is going to be up here in the second position. Banfield, he is going to be right there. Now, we did see the 23. He was out in front, but there has been some lead changes, and it looks like the 4 of Banfield, he is going to be leading this thing with about 3 laps to go until the stage break. And you got Hegdahl. He is going to be right there in second. You got Shaq right there in third, and Mark Beverly in fourth. 2 laps to go until we see the flag fly for the stage break, and so far they got a lot of catching up to do because Banfield has broken out to a 1.8 second lead over second place. Well, and it looks like the 13 is actually closing in on the 23, so the 23 might lose another position before the stage break because Mark Beverly is coming, and he has put the pedal to the metal here. He comes into turn number 3, and it is going to be a nice little run off of turn number 4 if he can land the corner just right, and he does have a little bit of a run, and here he goes. He's within 0.2 of a second. Now can the 23 hold off until the stage break? They have fallen back to about 4 seconds back from the leader, and about 2 seconds back from second place, and they got 2 more corners before the stage break caution flag flies, and it looks like the 13 is going to look to the inside of the 23. Is he going to be able to make it, or is the 23 going to be able to close the door? And it looks like it's going to be the 23, but the 13 puts some power down, and here they are side by side for the stage break, and it looks like the 13 is going to prevail for the stage break. And once again, the yellow flag is going to fly, and our yellow flag is presented by Sonic Graphic Designs, one of the proud sponsors of Asphalt Outlaws Racing. 17 viewers out there on the channel, we really appreciate you driving by. Let us know your favorite driver, who you're rooting for to win this race. We got a lot of good drivers out there. We've only had a few cautions, but there's still a lot of racing left to go, and it's still anybody's race, as we've seen a little bit of green flag running right there. Danny Banfield was able to put his car in the right position for the stage win. So it's going to be a lot of tire strategy, see who can save the tires the most, and maybe a little bit of fuel strategy if we see it go green. And there they have caught the pace truck on the backstretch, and we will see them go in and take a full tank of go-go juice and 4 fresh Feel Goods. So stand by. We'll be right back. Let's take a look at our sponsors of tonight's race, and we'll start with, once again, that Sonic Graphic Design. All right, and we are back, and I'm trying to find some of these drivers that are, the stage winner. I was looking for him, Danny Banfield, in the Discord. So we do not have his comms, but trying to find somebody else that was running, and it looks like let's see if we can find the 13 of Mark Beverly. And there he is. Well, let's move him to the booth. Mr. Mark Beverly, this is Richard up in the booth. You got a copy?
Yeah, I got you.
Well, it looks like you ran a pretty darn good stage, but you had a nice little run for the third position. But those leaders got out the leader got out to a little bit over 4 seconds out in front of you. Do you have anything to keep up with that 4 car? Because he looks like he is a rocket ship out there on the track here tonight.
Yeah, I don't know if I got anything for Danny or not. He's pretty fast. I was just trying to save my tires and then come on at the end there. So maybe if we have another long run there, I'll see what he's doing, if he's pushing it hard or not. But so far he looks pretty quick. But I'm just looking for a top 5, and if I can squeeze a win out of that, I'd love that. So see how it goes.
Absolutely. Well, it looks like y'all were able to make it to the stage break. Do we have an idea of what your fuel laps might be?
Yeah, we're about 40 gallon or 40 laps to a tank, roughly around there. So
just and depending on how much you can save, a little bit over. So I appreciate that information, as I knew you are at 70% fuel, but I did not know the fuel laps. But good luck out there. Hopefully you can save a little bit of tire and maybe get you a win out of that. But that Sonic Graphics Design number 13 is looking really nice out there. Love the stars and stripes.
Appreciate it. Yep, I'm going to try my best. So
absolutely. Well, good luck in the rest of the race, and hopefully we'll talk to you later.
Copy that.
All right, it looks like we might be getting ready to go back green flag racing, and we are probably going to go at lap 45, so a little bit of not quite halfway just yet. We got a little bit ways to go before we hit halfway, but Mark Beverly is going to be starting on the outside. He is going to be starting in the second position. You got the 87. He is going to be starting right behind him in row number 2. Hegdahl is going to be starting in a third on the inside of the 87. You got the 54 or 53, excuse me, right there on going to be restarting in 5th. You got the 34 on the outside. That's Jesse Calloway. He is going to be restarting in 6th. Michael Newman, he is going to be up in the made it up into the top 10. He's going to be the biggest mover of the race. He is going to be up 14 positions, restarting in 7th. Another big mover is going to be Jonathan Herbert. He is going to be up 13 positions, and he is going to be in that number 88 ride, Chevrolet Camaro, and he is going to be up 14 positions also. So a few big movers in the race. So let's see how they can play it out. Let's see if they can make up some more moves and get up towards the front and maybe lead some of these laps. But we are getting ready to go back green flag racing here at Texas Motor Speedway. All right, leader is coming through the tri-oval, and he's going to hit the guard code restart zone, and there is the green flag. Green flag, once again, presented by the Winning Bid Diecast Auctions, proud sponsor of the Asphalt Outlaws Racing. Glad to have them aboard and on our green flag, and let's go back to full screen and let's see what this 4-car does. He has already jumped out to a pretty decent lead, and we're going to put the ticker up there, and he is going to be out to about a half a second lead. He is going to have Eric and Mark Beverly right there side by side, battling it out for the 3rd position, and it looks like the 11 is going to be able to overcome and take over that 2nd position, but he's going to drag Joe Yakes right there with him, and he is going to be working on the inside of that number 13. But not going to be able to get there as he come into turn number 1. It looks like the number 13, he is going to be able to prevail in that 3rd spot. And we already have another caution, and that's going to be Hoss Beverly. It's going to be showing he's around. Oh, no, there goes those bragging rights right down the toilet. And here is that number 22. Let's see what happens to him as they're coming through the tri-oval. It looks like he has that 88 right there next to him. Let's, yep, that is going to be 88. It looks like a little bit of contact. It's going to be in that left rear, and that is just going to turn him right on around. So he may still have those bragging rights because that may not have been all on him. And that's gonna bring out our fourth caution of the night. So Haas Beverly gonna take a little bit of damage, a lot of damage to the rear end of that race car. Ooh, the 18 again. So he's gonna have a little bit of damage also to repair. We've seen that 18 involved in a couple of incidents. But we'll go back to our live view, our live track view, and let's see what that 22 is gonna do. Is he gonna stay out? Yeah, he is gonna keep that race car out. Even with that rear damage, he might be just catching up the field and pitting this time, because we did go back to the replay very quickly. Michael Newman going to be up 16 spots now, so he is moving through the field very quickly. And there you see, there is that number 12 machine. Ultra Federal Credit Union. Nice looking paint scheme on that. Charles Van, he is going to be in the pits. You got Haas Beverly going to be in the pits. Rick LePage going to be in the pits. Tyler Beverly going to be in the pits. He stayed out and led a couple laps under the caution, and now he is going to go in and take his 4 tires and go juice. And Jesse Calloway, he is going to be right there in that Liquid Death mountain water machine. He is going to be riding in the 6th position. Bill Haas is going to be riding in the 7th. Up 2 spots from where he started. Micah Miller, there he is in Hardy's number 77 Toyota Supra. He is going to be riding in the 8th. That 17 machine is making some moves on the track. He is going to be up at 10 positions, riding around in 9th. Dougie Higgins, he is going to be in that 41 Chevrolet Camaro. He is going to be up 3 positions and topping off the top 10. 19 viewers out there on the stream, we appreciate you stopping by and watching tonight's race. Tonight's race is with the Asphalt Outlaws Racing Series, and they are sponsored by the Admin Box and Sonic Graphic Design. What a great bunch of work! Some great work that they do. We've showed their promo. Definitely go check them out. Go find them on Facebook. Go find them on Instagram. Wherever they have. Wherever they, post their work, definitely go check them out. They put out some great designs, and I'll show you one of them. And that's going to be that number 13 ride, and that's going to be Mark Beverly. He has got a Sonic Graphics design all over his car, so that is a nice looking ride. Definitely love the stars and stripes. There you see that 13, keeping those tires nice and warm. And Sonic's Graphics design does have a lot in here. A lot of cars painted up in here. So there's another one, 33. All right, we should be getting ready to go back green flag racing as the 4 has been out front for quite a few laps now, and he broke out last time when it went green. He broke out to about a 4-second lead, about a 2-second lead over 2nd place, and about a 4-second lead over 3rd and 4th. And they are going to get double filed and getting ready to go back green flag racing. Let's follow along. The pace truck lights are out. We will see it dive off the track this time by. Looks like we only have 1 car in the pits, and that's going to be that 23 machine. Actually, he looks like he is going to be coming out now. This car led quite a few laps, and he was out front, but right there before the stage, his car pretty much fell off. Now he's going to stop in and take a little bit of extra fuel for him, and maybe trying to pull some strategy. Spins the tires coming out of pits, but no harm, no foul. He keeps that car straight, and he is back out. going to join the field because he was, I'm pretty sure the pits were closed, so he will be starting at the tail end of the longest line. You have David Taylor. He's going to be starting back here in the back. He is in that number 58. Actually, where'd he go? He may have blinked out on me. Actually, David Taylor was not on the track, so he is going to be showing out. And Keith Prince he is going to be showing out. But we still have 26 drivers out there on the track. 98 is going to be 10 laps down, and that is going to be Jody Banfield. And there is a green flag, and our green flag is once again presented by the winning bid diecast auction. Once again, a proud sponsor of Asphalt Racing, Asphalt Outlaws Racing. Well, Danny Banfield has jumped out to a pretty good lead, and here he goes. He is going to be about 0.3 of a second in front of Mark Beverly. Mark Beverly got a really good restart, and he has got Michael Newman. Michael Newman has made it up 18 positions in that number 12 machine, and he is trying to work his way up to the front. And it looks like he has a car to beat here tonight. As we got a little bit of Dougie Higgins. He was going to be out of shape just a little bit. He went to that outside wall, almost got him, but he was able to collect it and keep that car straight. But he has got a mirror full, actually a side mirror full of that number 77. 77 is going to try to overtake that 41 along with the 53, and that's going to be Bill Hales, and the 53 is going to be able to make the keep that position right there where he was at in the 9th spot. 77 looking to capitalize, but not going to be able to get there as he's coming to the tri-ovals. Trying to find a pretty good camera angle so we can get everybody's shot in, and there we see the 13 trying to catch up with the Banfield. Now the 13 was going to try a tire strategy earlier on. He is right now keeping that 0.3 of a second, the second gap between him and Banfield. Now he's about 0.2 of a second back, and you have Michael Newman and Eric. They are going to be right there, and it's pretty much. Every manufacturer, once again, in the top 5. You got one Ford, one lonely Ford leading the race, 2 Chevrolets trying to chase him down, and a Toyota right there in the mix, and that's going to be that number 11 Red Bull Toyota. Yeah, Joe Yakes, he is trying to capitalize. He is right there on the back bumper. Will right on his nose cam. There you see the gap. Oh, sorry about that, and let me take that off right there. And he is going to be right there on the back bumper of that number 11 Toyota, and he got a nice little run in the middle of 1 and 2, and he is now going to be able to maybe look at the inside gap. Nope, 11 is going to take it down to that white line, and that has been the gap that we have seen that 11, or that has been the line that we've seen that 11 run this whole night. Look at the inside now. It looks like Yates is going to try to make the move on the inside. And is he going to be able to make the pass coming in out of turn number 2? He's got a nice little run. They're going to be side by side, but it looks like the 11 is going to have the momentum coming off of turn number 2. And look who is right there. That's going to be the number 17. Number 17. He is sitting there watching this battle, and we're going to ride on his cockpit, in his cockpit, so you can see what this driver is seeing through the windshield. Nice hand control, a nice steering wheel control. Not a lot of movement, but we might see that change as these tires wear out. There he goes. He's going to dive it down to the bottom lane. He got a really good entrance into turn number 1, but coming out of turn number 2, it looks like those 2 cars ahead of him are going to be just a little bit better, and that's going to be the 11, the 11 and the 87 of Joe Yakes. He's got a nice entrance, but just the exit is what's slowing him down and killing his momentum. But we'll go back in full screen and let you take a look and see where your drivers are. We'll go and try to find the best battle. Looks like the 1 is going to have his hands full. The 19 is going to have his hands full. He's got a little bit of damage. Looks like the 98 is working his way up, and the 98 is going to be he is not going to be on the lead lap. That is not going to be for a position, but he is going to open the door for the 19 to take a position away from the 29, and that's going to be Dylan Pass. And Dylan Pass might lose another position here as Clint Woodby. He is going to be looking to the inside as they come through the tri-oval. 29 going to try to come down, but he couldn't. The 92 was already there, and he is going to be able to make the pass, but is he going to be able to complete the pass coming out of turn number 2? Is the 29 going to have the momentum? No, he's going to back off the throttle, and he is now going to lose another position because it looks like Tyler Puckett, he is going to be working his way on the inside and coming into turn number 3. Well, we are now over halfway through the race, and now it is going to be all about pit strategy if this thing stays green. We'll take a look and see where everybody's pit lap is, and it looks like about lap 41 is going to be your top 10 where everybody pitted, but some people in the back, they pitted pitted a lot later, and that's one of those is going to be Tyler Beverly. We saw him come in, and he came into the closed pits, topped off on his fuel, and now he is going to have more fuel than everybody else on the track, and he has got to get around Jonathan Herbert. And Jonathan Herbert was a big mover of the race, but he has fell back quite a few positions, but he is still up 6 positions. You got Charles Van. He is going to be right there in that number 23. We saw him leading the race, leading the race, and now he is down 18 positions from where he started. He was our pole sitter, but now he is falling back just a little bit. Evan Schilling, he is going to be riding around in the 19th position. He just got passed on the low lane by the 23. And it looks like he's spreading out now, up here towards the front. It looks like Banfield has gave him a little bit of breathing room, about 0.8 of a second back to Mark Beverly. Mark Beverly has got himself a little bit of breathing room, as looks like about 0.8 of a second back to Michael Newman. Now, did Michael Newman use up his tires? Because it looks like Eric is going to look down to the bottom in turn number 1. Is he going to be able to complete the pass? I don't know. It looks like that 12 might have a little bit of a run on the outside, but the 11 is going to be right there, able to make the slide up in front of the 12. So 12 might be either just saving what he has and not racing it out, and because he is right now the biggest mover, up 17 positions from where he started. So that's not a bad move. Great race so far, guys. Keep it up. And that is going to be Sonic Graphic Design. I appreciate you stopping by. Yeah, it has been a pretty darn good race. And I'm really interested to see the strategies that come out of this. And it looks like, who is that going to be back here? That is going to be the 17. Trying to make a move on the 41 with 17 looking to the inside of the 41. 41 going to slide it up a little bit higher on the track. He's going to have the run off of turn number 4, and it looks like they are going to be side by side, and that is going to be for the 7th position. 17 wants it, 41 has it, and they both can't have the same real estate, so one is going to have to give, and it looks like the 17 lost a little momentum coming into turn number 1. Out of turn number 2 is going to be all the 41, and the 17 might have lose another position to Bill Hale as they coming down the backstretch. It's going to be the 53 to 17 side by side, and a look at the 77. He's going to be right there watching this in his windshield. Got that 98. He's going to open the door down low for on the 53, and is the 77 going to be able to get there? Not this time. 98 was able to make some moves. Now the 98 is going to be 10 laps down, so those are not going to be for positions, but some of these drivers can use him to open up a door and get right on that back bumper and make some moves, just like the 77 was looking to do, as the 53 was up high on the 98. 53 looking low on the 17, and is Will going to be able to keep this position side by side? Here they go across the start-finish line. It is going to be all the 53's position as of right now. That's for the 8th position. Oh, and it looks like the 98 blinked out just for a second, but the 53 has got the position from the 17, and here comes Michael Miller. He's going to make the pass also in that Hardee's Toyota Supra. Coming down the backstretch, he has got the draft of the 53 and the 98. So they are utilizing this lap down car as pretty much, a door opener. Danny Banfield now out to 1.8 seconds over the 11 of Eric Hegdahl. And Eric Hegdahl is starting to get a little bit of company from Mark Beverly. Only about 0.6 of a second back, so a little over half a second is going to be that 13 machine. And he said earlier he was going to just try to sit back, save a little bit of tires, and the closest battle we're going to have is that number 53 and a 77 of Michael Miller. That is going to be the closest battle on the track just by looking at the ticker. We have a few cars that are kind of side by side. Let's go take a look at Lawrence. Lawrence has a little bit of. He was able to make the pass on the 17, so the 17 is going the wrong direction unless this is part of his strategy. Now that we all seen him come in and lap number 41, so they might make it to lap 81 or a little bit beyond. We know the 45 took a little bit more fuel under caution, so he might be able to go a little bit further, but he is going to be all the way back here, about 18 seconds. And it looks like he is going to bring his car down pit road for an unscheduled pit stop, if I had to guess. But let's put it on exciting and see what SDK thinks is exciting. And it looks like we are going to be following along the 23. 23 has a lot of front end damage to that car, so we've seen this car running up. We've seen that car running up front, and SDK switched it on me. But now he has fallen all the way back to the. He is in the top 15, but going the wrong direction. He's got the 18 of Evan Schilling. He is going to be right there behind him in that interstate batteries. Scolino, he is going to be in that number 33 machine. Hopefully I'm saying that correctly. There is one of those Sonic graphic designs. But if you're new to the channel, please do hit that like and subscribe, so you know when we get ready to go live. We put on a lot of great racing broadcasts throughout the week. Between me, Amanda, and Mark, you know, we stay pretty busy almost 5 days a week that we do broadcast for all types of leagues. And you know, we do have a charity event coming up on May 29th. That is going to be for Hope for the Warriors charity foundation, and we're going to be doing 150 laps at Michigan. That is going to be for the We Got Your 6 300. It is a charity event. You do not have to donate to participate. Donations are appreciated, but come out and have some fun. Awards for You has made us a special award for the winner of that race for winning. We do have a little bit of cash prizes, a diecast donated by Joe Tardif from the Impact Racing League, and we also have iRacing paint to give away, and that is going to be from Max Graphics. Tyler Beverly came into pits and left, and looks like we are still green flag racing here on lap number 74. Still a lot of racing left to go, but it's all going to be Danny Banfield as of right now, leading this race. And we got Daniel Shute out there saying, let's go Mike Wood. Let's go find Mike Wood on the track. There he is, the number 43. He is back here in the 18th position. Glad to see you out there, Daniel. Cheering on your favorite driver. And it looks like he's got a sports clip design on his race car. Yes, it is sports clips. That is actually where I do get my hair cut. Well, what hair I do have left cut. Wearing a hat almost every day of my life pretty much took that all away from what my wife tells me. It's all in the hat. You stop wearing that hat, your hair might grow back. But never leave home without it. Well, while we are green flag racing, and it looks like Michael Newman is going to be working himself maybe up into the top 3 within the next couple of laps, because that 12 machine has pretty much cranked up the heat here at lap number 77. He might be making a pass, and we are starting to see a little bit of green flag pit stops. There you see Will. He is going to bring his number 17 machine down. You got Mike Wood. He is going to be, sideways on pit road. That's not what we wanted to see. That is going to be the commentator's curse right there. because I was just on his car. So that's going to cost him a little bit of time on pit road. He's going to be hoping that that caution does come out very soon. So 2 cars on pit lane, and let's see. This is going to be a quick. This is going to be a battle to really watch as green flag pit stops do start commencing. We're going to take a side by side and go ahead and take a look at some of those great paints that Sonic Graphics Design has made. All right, green flag stops have commenced, and it looks like the 13 and the 12, they are going to bring their cars down. 17 is going to be down and away. 29 had a little bit of trouble getting into his pit stall, but that number 4 machine, he is going to be still out there here at lap number 81. So lap number 80, they got about 39 to 40 laps of fuel, to the pit stops, and they are going to have about 35 laps of green flag of racing left to go. So they're going to have enough fuel to make it here to the end. And it looks like Danny Benfield, he is going to be out there. He is going to put all the way back to the 17, a lap down. Well, the 17 is going to be a lap down. And let's go back to the tower, and looks like Strickland in the 21st position. He is going to be a lap down. Beverly is in the 13. He is going to be a lap down. He is going to be only 1 lap down. Can he get out? Well, let's see where our leader is. Well, the leader as of right now is going to be the 87 because the Ford decided he wanted to bring his machine down along with Michael Miller, and it looks like only 9 cars are going to be on the lead lap as of right now, with Miller and Banfield going to be in the pits. Herbert going to be the last car on the lead lap. That's going to be that 88 machine. Yakes is going to be taking over the lead until the green flag pit stops finish up. Higgins is going to be sitting right there in a second in that number 41 machine. Right now, he is going to be sitting up 11 spots. Jesse Galloway not doing a bad job himself. Even though the green flag stops have brought him up quite a few positions, he's been running a very, very clean race, and now he is going to be bringing that Liquid Death Mountain Water machine down pit road for his four fresh feel goods and top it off with some go-go juice. Well, he wanted to make sure that he had enough laps to make it, and now he does with about 10 laps of fuel to spare. And there goes that Ford machine. He went and got his lap back the hard way. He said, no way, Jose, you're not going to trap me a lap down. And he is going to be right there in front of the leader. There you see Yakes about 2 cars back. And Yakes is not pitted yet, so he's going to be escorted leader. He is going to stay out as long as possible because on these fresh tires, at any point in time, that caution can come out if these drivers lose control on those 4 fresh tires. It looks like the 13 is going to get his lap back the hard way, going to look to the inside of the leader, and he is going to have no problems getting that lap back with those 4 fresh feel goods. 41 going to be hanging out in second place, and then no go as far as pit road go. Oh, yep, here they come. They're going to bring them down. Got to lock them down. Oh, sliding it sideways coming down pit road, and that is probably going to bring our lead back to the 4 of Danny Banfield. Now, Mark Beverly, we talked to him during one of the at the stage break, and he said he was going to try to sit back and save some tires and see how that did for him, but it might be go time now. He might have to use what he has just to catch this leader, because this leader is going to be very fast. He broke out to a 2-second lead on second place earlier on, and then a 4-second lead on third place. So he has got a fast hot rod here tonight. Well, looks like the 41 is going to be in the pits. The 9 is going to be in the pits. The 69 is going to be in the pits. That's going to be Jesse Wise. And, you know, let's go take a look at our driver views and see how they are making out. We are going to ride around. You know what? We'll stay right on the leader, and let's see how they're making out. There you see the 23 being passed by Tyler Beverly right there on the inside. Now, his connection between Video Ninja and coming through to OBS might be a little bit choppy, and I'm very sorry about that. But you can see Jesse Wise, his connection is a little bit better. Don't know why it does it to some and not to others. Ooh, and it looks like we got a 3-wide situation, and we might need to go back to Tyler Beverly in that number 45, because it looks like he was in a bad situation, and he looked like he got a little bit of front end damage. But yes, I'm very sorry about that. We appreciate all the driver cams. And Charles Vanfield, Charles Van, he is going to be bringing his car down pit road, and that's going to turn the lead back over to Danny Banfield, and Mark Beverly sitting right in second. All right, go back to full screen. Not a lot of laps left to go. We got about 25 laps left, and when the leader crosses over the start-finish line. $25 to go. Oh my goodness. That is a wide tower, so we're going to have to take some of that out there. There we go. That's a lot better. Don't know why I went so wide, but all right. After all the green flag pit stops, we got Danny Banfield. Excuse me. He is going to be right there in that top spot, leading this race. He's got the most laps led right now. Mark Beverly up 3 positions, going to be riding around in second. You got Michael Newman. He is going to be right there in third, up 18 positions from where he started this race. Fourth place is going to be belong to Bill Hales, and he has got a little bit of company along with him, and that is going to be Joe Yakes. Joe Yakes working his way back up to the 4th position. He is going to take that position away from Bill Hales. Back here in 6th is going to be Jesse Callaway. Jesse Callaway is going to be up 9 positions from where he started, and that's going to be that Liquid Death Mountain Water Machine. Been riding pretty darn good up here in the top 10. You got Nicholas Lawrence. He is going to be up 1 position from where he started, and that number 8 Bass Pro Chevrolet. 9th is going to, 8th is going to be along to Dougie Higgins. He is going to be up 5 positions from where he started. Riding around in the 8th spot, we saw him up to 2nd before the pit stalls, or the pit cycles, and it looks like he just rubbed the wall just a little bit. We're going to take a ride on his right front fender and see if it did any damage to that race car. We'll get rid of the tower for just a minute, and no, doesn't look like he did any bad damage to that car. So we'll go back to a better view for our racing. Michael Miller, he is going to be up 9 positions in the 9th spot. So this is going to be the first Toyota in the top 10. Actually, the only Toyota in the top 10. Not doing too bad in the ninth spot. Still might be, using a little bit of strategy. We still have 21 laps to go, so he could be back here saving tires. It looks like he is gaining on Nicholas Lawrence, maybe for that 8th position, and that will put him up 10 spots from where he started this race. Evan Schillings, he was involved in quite a few incidents, but he has made it all the way back up to the top 10. That car was beat up and bruised, and now he is riding in that 10th spot with the 33. He is going to be right behind him. John Ben is going to be right there where he started this race. He started in 11th, and he is riding around in 11th, and there they are passing, it looks like the 31, I believe, or 21, excuse me. Clint Woodby, he is going to be in that number 92, down 2 spots from where he started this race, but he is going to be in the top 15. And he has got Charles Van trying to track him down 12 spots, trying to work himself all the way back up to the top in that SpongeBob SquarePants number 23 Ford Mustang. Tyler Puckett, he is going to be up 8 positions, riding around in the 14th spot. And we got Jesse Wise going to be right there behind him, and in that number 69 shitty coolers. Number 69 Chevrolet Camaro. He's going to top off your top 15. Mike Wood, I know we have a Mike Wood fan out there, and that is going to be Daniel Shute. Is it Shut? But anyway, Daniel's out there in the chat cheering on at number 43. And he is going to be in the 16th spot, down 4 positions from where he started. Haas Beverly, he is going to be in the 17th. Haas got into an incident earlier, and that sent him the wrong direction. I think he got into an incident with the 88 Roger Strickland. He is going to be in that 1/19 Toyota, and he is going to be down 1 position, riding around in 18th. 19th is going to be Rick LePage. He is going to be in that 73 Toyota, and all of your Toyotas are going to be from 15th on back. Don't know what it is about the Toyotas here tonight. The performance seems a little bit on the low side, but plenty of racing left to go in the season. 45 going to make his way right back down pit road. Not exactly sure what's going on with that 45, but we'll have to see about that later on. Eric in that number 11, he had some problems on pit road, and that has sent him the wrong way. And that is going to be our Season 2 champion for Asphalt Outlaws Racing. So former champions still out here racing along with the best of it, and it looks like Haas Beverly, he is about to go a lap down, and it looks like the Ford is going to look down in turn number 1, and he is going to be able to make the pass. So that 22 has not got the best performance here at Texas Motor Speedway, so he is going to lose those bragging rights from winning last week. It looks like the 17 might go another lap down. 17 is already 3 laps down, excuse me. He was 2, now he's 3. And it looks like the 43, he is going to be in jeopardy of going on a lap down himself. So Mike Wood, not looking good. He is going to be the first car 1 lap down, so he's got to stay in front of Beverly to be considered the lucky dog with 13 laps to go. Will these drivers see another caution come out? But 5 seconds separate him, Banfield from Beverly, and there is Beverly, and Beverly has no challenge. About 5 seconds back to Joe Yates. Joe Yates has about 1.1 seconds back to the 12 of Newman. Got a nice little battle between Callaway and, well, thought it was a nice little battle. Within about half a second of each other, trying to find the best battle on the track as everybody is spread out. 17 viewers out there, 11 laps to go, and quite a few cars down one lap. Only 15 cars on the lead lap. Next one to go a lap down is going to be Tyler Puckett, and he is going to be in the mix of all these cars right here, and let's ride on board with him. We'll go to his nose cam, and you can see the battle that's happening right there in front of him. I believe that's going to be the 92 and the 69 of Jesse Wise, and Jesse Wise was able to take the position from the 92 coming through the tri-oval, and it looks like Tyler Beverly back in the pits. Yep. Well, if we saw more cautions, we would be able to really bring some of these drivers up and let them talk about the race during the cautions. But some of the drivers that weren't out front, like Banfield, he was not in the chat, so we couldn't bring him up as we would like. But hopefully we can get them start coming into the chat so we can pull them up and let them talk about the race. And it looks like Tyler Puckett, he is going to be looking to take away a position from that 92 of Clinton Woodby, and Clinton Woodby going to ride on that high side, and he is going to lose a little momentum coming out of that turn. And that is going to be the 92 is actually one of our sponsors, and he is going to be riding with that winning bid diecast auctions sponsor on his car. But here is going to be the leader of the race, and the next car to go lap down is going to be this 92. He only has about 2 turns away from going a lap down, 8 laps to go. He is going to be able to stay on the lead lap. He is definitely hoping for a caution to come out so they can come in, grab those 4 fresh field goods, and race it out to the end. But looks like the Banfield has made it out to about almost 7 seconds, 6.6 as of right now, and Joe Yakes is slowly closing that gap to Mark Beverly. Don't know if he has enough time to get there. He has about 5 seconds separating these two. So within 7 laps, I don't know if he's going to be able to take over that second position from Mark Beverly. Michael Newman may have had a pretty fast race car here tonight, but it is showing that he pretty much raced the tires off of this car because he's not making up any more ground like he was to. He was a rocket ship earlier on, and then it looks like his car just whittled away. He's definitely looking to see that caution come out so he can possibly make up a few more positions and win this race here tonight. But coming to the line, we will have 5 laps to go. Here is the leader coming out of turn number 4 and crossing the start-finish line. 5 laps to go this time by. We'll put it on to the most exciting, and that is probably going to be this little battle between the 41 and the 53. And it looks like Yates, where'd it go? And it looks like Yates is going to lose a position to Higgins. Higgins was able to make the move on the bottom side of the racetrack, and now, stop jumping around on me. Now, the 53 has got the 34 Liquid Death Mountain Water Machine of Jesse Calloway looking at his back bumper. And he is going to make a move to the inside. It looks like the 53 has lost the handling in that car. Now, depending on when he did go in and make a pit, those tires might be toast. And they are going to be able to make the pass with ease. So that's going to be a position change for the 5th and 6th position. 53 going the wrong direction here with 4 laps to go. Danny Banfield coming out of turn number 4, and it's going to be 3 laps to go at the line. There it is, 3 laps, and he has only got 15 cars on the lead lap, with Clint Woodby being the last car on the lead lap. And looks like Wood is still going to be the first car 1 lap down. And there you see the big gap between Beverly and Banfield. Banfield just has a rocket ship here tonight. Nobody had anything for him. He took over the lead and pretty much kept it. So he's going to have the most laps led And here he comes out of turn number 2. 8 seconds ahead of Beverly. Beverly has about 4 seconds on Yakes. And Yakes has about 4 seconds on Newman. And here is the final lap, and our white flag is presented by Limelight Photography. Limelight is a proud sponsor of the Asphalt Outlaws Racing. So glad to have them aboard and glad to have them on the white flag. But this race is about to come to an end, and it's going to be all Danny Beverly. And let's go back full screen because he is coming out of turn number 4 through the tri-oval, and there is the checker flag. That Ford machine, he is going to take home the win. And I actually got a die cast of that paint scheme he is running. Oh, Kenny Irwin. So congratulations to Danny Banfield. Mark Beverly going to bring home 2nd. Joe Yakes is going to bring home a 3rd. And Dougie Higgins was able to grab that 4th position at the last minute. While we are waiting on the qualifying results, let's take one more look at our sponsors of tonight's race. All right, tonight's finishing results are as followed. Danny Beverly is going to bring home that win here tonight at Texas Motor Speedway. Danny Banfield, I hope I said that right. Sometimes the brain processes the information, or the mouth speaks the information quicker than the brain. But Mark Beverly is going to bring home 2nd. Joe Yakes is going to bring home 3rd. Dougie Higgins at a last-minute pass, he is going to bring home 4th. And Michael Newman, he is going to be the biggest mover of the race, and he is going to bring home a 5th. Jesse Calloway is going to be sitting in 6th at the finish. 7th is going to be Bill Hales. Charles Van, he is going to be sitting in 8th for the finish. 9th is going to belong to Michael Miller. 10th is going to be Evan Schilling. Nicholas Lawrence is going to be 11th. 12th is going to be Jesse Wise. 13th is going to be Tyler Puckett. Mr. John, he is going to be in 14th. And then his number 33 Chevrolet Camaro. Clint Woodby, he is going to be 15th. Michael Wood going to finish off in 16th. 17th is going to be Haas Beverly. Eric Hegdahl is going to be finishing in the 18th spot. 19th is going to be Mr. Rick LePage. Roger Strickland is going to finish off in 20th. 21st is going to be Jonathan Herbert. Finishing in 22nd is going to be Dylan Pass. 23rd is going to be Will Ranal. 24th is going to be Lance Thompson. 25th is going to be Tyler Beverly. Finishing in 26th is Jody Banfield. 27th, David Trailer. And Keith Prince is going to be 28th. What a big field. What a great race. A lot of green flag racing. A few cautions, but it's all going to come down to the top three. And it looks like we got two of them in the waiting room right now. So let's go ahead and hide this and let's go talk to our podium finishers. So first of all, we're going to bring up Mr. Joe Yakes. Mr. Joe Yakes, you got a copy?
I do.
And man, you ran a really good race here tonight. You led I think you led a couple laps under some green flag pit stops, but man, you were able to work yourself, up to the third place position. Talk to us a little bit about your race. How did you overcome any struggles that you had at the first beginning?
Well, I'm still learning these cars, so I spent the first bit of the race just trying to get comfortable, and I qualified sixth and was just kind of hovering right around fifth, like the whole race. It felt like I was stuck in fifth. And then we got the opportunity for the green flag pit stops, and I was like, well, let me just run long. We'll get some lap sled, get those bonus points, and see how it shakes out. And I wound up picking up a couple of positions with the strategy call there.
Well, it definitely did work out great in your favor, finishing on the podium again. Man, you can't be mad at that. That's definitely going to help you out the points. Haas Beverly won last week. You come in, finish on in third, going to make up some points here. Can't be mad at that. Great run here tonight in that number 87 machine.
Yeah, thank you. It was definitely a good point stay. We're just, trying to, learn this car up and just kind of get settled in. And, it's all about putting solid race together after solid race. And, we had a top 10 at Daytona last week and come here and put it on the podium for the first non-super speedway. Pretty happy about that.
Absolutely. Well, with those podium finishes, man, you can have all the shout outs that you would like to give whenever you're ready, my friend.
Yeah, first thing I want to shout out my teammates at Loose Lug Nuts, Jesse Calloway, Jesse Wise, Nicholas Lawrence, and Tyler Puckett. We worked really well today, and we worked really well last week at Daytona. And I also want to shout out my streaming community on Glimish. They're hanging out watching the race today. So shout out to those guys for they tune in and support me every time I get behind the wheel here, and it's a lot of fun.
Absolutely. Well, great racing here tonight. Next week is probably going to be a really different ball game as y'all are headed to, it looks like, Sonoma Raceway. So it's definitely a different ball game. You're going to have the lefts and right turns at Sonoma. So how are you feeling about going into a road course, first one of the season?
Well, I am not the best road course racer, but I have a lot of fun running them, and I love Sonoma. I have no idea how these cars are going to drive on Sonoma, so that will be a challenge. But I think either way, I think it's going to be a lot of fun.
Absolutely. Well, good luck to you next week. But we're going to let you go down and celebrate with the rest of your teammates. Y'all did a really great job here tonight, and I will talk to y'all later.
Good. We'll catch you next time.
Yes, sir. All right, next is going to be Mr. Mark Beverly. We're going to try to see if we can catch up with our leader after Mark Beverly. Haven't seemed to find him in the Discord yet, but let's bring Mr. Mark Beverly up. Mr. Mark Beverly, this is Richard up in the booth. You got a copy?
I got you.
Man, that Sonic graphics design number 13 was a rocket ship tonight, but you just fell a little bit short from catching the leader. You had a really good green flag pit stop, but it just wasn't enough to catch the leader and keep him in your sights. He put about 6 seconds on you, and you pretty much kept that distance. But what a great run here tonight! Second place finish, up 3 spots from where you started. So you kept that car in the wind.
Yeah, I can't complain. Second's always nice. Would have liked to have that W, but Danny was super fast. I don't know if he just had that open clean air out there or what, but yeah, he's like 3 to 4 tenths of a lap faster than me a lap, so nothing I really could do for that. But yeah, I tried to short pit him maybe a lap or two just to see if I could gain time. Just ended up not really gaining enough, but overall pretty fun race, I thought.
Absolutely, it definitely looked like a fun race, and so far you are living up to your name. Well, at least tonight, the fastest Beverly. So you definitely got lived up to your name tonight. because everybody
Finally.
finally. Well, you can kick Haas off the pedestal. He has no more bragging rights. But it was a great race. You know, it was fun out there watching you, trying to see what pit strategies that y'all would come up with to see if y'all had anything to win. But you just fell a little bit short. But like you said, second place, not a bad way to go. And man, you have Sonoma next week. Now this is going to be your first and only road course, I do believe. And you know, how you feeling about bringing that Chevrolet out to Sonoma?
Well, I suck at road courses, so I will not be very good. But the positive is on that is I will actually be going to the Coke 600, so I won't be here next week. So you
Oh.
don't get to see my terrible skills at road racing.
Oh, I get to see everybody else's terrible skills, not yours.
Right. I'll be watching somewhere.
All right. Well, awesome. Well, have a great weekend at the Coke 600. It's always a fun race to be at. But yeah, man, great finish here tonight, man. With the podium finishes, you know you get all the shout outs that you would like to give. You definitely earned them. So the floor is yours, my friend.
Yeah, absolutely. Shout out to you for putting on a great broadcast for us. Shout out to everybody watching. Shout out to our sponsors, Sonic Graphic Design, what's on the car. Shout out to Winnie Bid Diecast Auctions. So make sure you check out his page and join his auctions if you're into diecast like I am. And Limelight Photography. We couldn't do all the fun that we have here without them. So major shout out to them. Shout out to my teammates. You know, we always have a good time in the chat. So, and yeah, that's about it.
Absolutely. Well, I'll let you get back down there. It looks like the bad boy hauler is starting to fill up, and I'm going to bring up our biggest mover because I can't find our race winner. He's not in the Discord.
Copy that. Appreciate it.
Not a problem. You have a good night, and you know, have fun at the race next week.
Absolutely. We'll catch you in a couple weeks then.
Yes, sir. All right, so we can't find our race winner, but we will bring in Michael Newman up because he was our biggest finisher. Or you know, he was up 16 positions. He finished He finished in fifth. So we'll bring him up just so he can have a few minutes. And oh, I thought he evaded me there, but let's bring him up. Michael Newman, this is Richard up in the booth. You got a copy?
Yes, sir.
Well, I couldn't find our race winner, so I'll throw another congratulations out to him. But, you know, we wanted to bring you up in the booth. You were the biggest mover of the race. That 12 car was a rocket ship. You started towards the back, and you worked your way up 16 spots. Tell us what your secret was. Did you have a special set of tires, or what was up with that?
Honestly, I mean, to be completely honest, just trying to get back in the rhythm. I haven't touched the steering wheel in months. And just due to the stuff going on today, I wasn't able to practice, wasn't able to qualify. So that's why starting in the back, just didn't want to cause any issues. And the feel came a lot quicker than I anticipated. So I'll tell you right away, I was completely shocked to even be up there for this race as it was. But either way, happy with how the car drove today. This is normally one of my worst tracks, so I'm happy with the way everything played out that way too.
Absolutely. Yeah, you would have finished 17 spots, but the 41 was able to make a last-minute pass, you know, in turn number 4, and it looks like he just sent it with everything he had, and it's stuck. So it looks like you drove the wheels off your car just a little bit, but hanging on to the top 5, that's a pretty good accomplishment, especially how far through the field you came.
Yeah, and I told Dougie too. I mean, big props to him. That was perfect timing on his spot. Got stuck behind lap traffic. Thought they were going to stay out of the preferred line with how late in the race it was and in the position that we were in. Unfortunately, that didn't happen, so I was really off the speed going into turn 1 and turn 2 there. But hats off to Dougie. Nothing but respect for him. Happy you got that top 4. And we got Sonoma next week, I think, and we'll see how that one goes.
Absolutely. Well, you know, biggest mover on the broadcast, man, you could throw out some shout-outs if you'd like. The floor is yours.
Hey, shout out to Asphalt Racing. Glad that they brought me on last year, so second season with them, and couldn't be any happier with that. The Beverleys, Tyler, Mark, Haas, everybody for running the league. all the league sponsors. First race this year, so I haven't had time to go in and check out all the new sponsors. So I do apologize ahead about that. But shout out to Limelight Photography and Sonic Graphic Design. I know they were with us last year, and shout out to you as well. Thank you for putting on the broadcast. We greatly appreciate it.
Absolutely. Well, I will let you get back in the bad boy holler, and but congratulations on that biggest mover.
Thank you. Appreciate it. Have a great weekend.
You too. All right. Well, that is going to conclude our broadcast for this evening. Danny Banfield, congratulations once again. Hopefully we can catch you in an interview catch you in the Discord one day and, put you on for an interview. You did a really great job. That car looked really good. The Havoline Joker Ford Mustang looked really good out there. So congratulations to Danny Banfield once again. Hopefully he's not shy of getting on stream. But that's going to conclude our broadcast for this evening. Thank you everybody that brought us on. Asphalt Outlaws Racing, glad to be here, glad to call the races, very fun to call. There's so much stuff going on the track, your brain can't process it before your mouth actually says it. But we do have Sonoma next week. I might bring in a little bit of help for Sonoma because that could be an interesting track as that can get spread out. And to catch all the action, we'll probably do a side-by-side camera for that. But thank you to our drivers that share their views. Hopefully we'll have some more drivers, share their point of view with us later on throughout the season. But that's going to be all for me tonight. Remember, we do have the We Got Your 6 300 coming up on May 29th. So definitely come check us out. Follow us on Facebook. You'll get updates on that race as we get closer to it. I've been posting it. We got a Discord link on those posts, so definitely come and have some fun. Like I said, donations are not required to participate, and we got a few prizes that we will be giving out to those participants. Some may be donate for the people that donated, but some will not be. So definitely come check it out and have some fun. 150 laps around Michigan Speedway in the next gens. But that's going to be all for me tonight. Hope y'all have a great rest of your weekend, and we'll catch y'all next time. Y'all have a good night and God bless.